Alrighty then, let's jump right in. So, it'll be a very brief recap because last time we had quite a short session. Because terrible things happened and some of you died.
I don't know what you mean. I'm fully healthy, alive and kicking. Arwen's fine.
Arwen's actually playing dead.
She's a possum.
The opportunity to get a dragon's shoes comes once.
Absolutely, those little boots. What a little toesies.
When they wear shoes, they walk like a cat with socks on.
Oh my god.
Except it's also really loud because each one of those steps is a massive stump.
I love it.
Anyway, it's been 30 seconds. We've already got distracted from the recap, so it's going well. There'll be no denial of emotions here. So yes, you guys fought bravely, valiantly, enduringly, until you were all unconscious. At which point, Arwen and Stix slips into the void beyond, and unconscious Neo and Klari were taken prisoner. And so we jump into the action of things. Back a couple of days. And as we look, our camera high above the scene swoops down, penetrating through the rock, through darkness, through tree roots, into a small cavern where a lone figure sits, humming a tune to themselves, tapping on the wall and floors, just humming along, entertaining themselves as best they can inside their small cell. When the sound of thunder is suddenly heard, and there's a tremble within the ground. A few moments pass in silence. A few more minutes pass. You strain your ears, Piper, and you think you can hear the faint crashes of something, an explosion of maybe a spell or two in the distance. When everything falls silent, the sound's no longer reaching your ears. And then you hear the flap of leathery wings. And walking in is the large form that you've seen several times before in your imprisonment, of this large green dragon. You see a few sort of blast marks and battle scars across it from its recent encounter, but clutched, limply, unconscious, is a pale figure, difficult to see, wrapped up in this large claw. The dragon moves its claw through the air and the cell door opens. Next to yours, inside, is deposited this figure on the ground. You can now see a bit more clearly. Ashen grey skin, completely bald, wearing dark leathers. The unconscious figure is deposited on the ground. And then, without regarding you or giving you a look at all, you hear the sound of the dragon's footsteps retreating, the flap of leathery wings, and you are left alone.
Can I get up and walk around, or am I chained to the wall kind of thing?
So, your position as you have come to know it is your wrists are bound together. So, disabling you from casting spells. Your ankle is locked in a manacle, which is attached to a chain, which is attached to a wooden post in the ground, allowing you about 2 to 3 feet of movement all around this central post.
noise. Can I reach this new person?
No.
No.
You cannot physically reach out and touch them.
But I can see them.
Yes, you can see them.
I turn into this new person.
Okay.
Hasn't even been 5 minutes.
So,
Wow.
what does your transformation look like?
It's kind of like... It's kind of like the closer to... Say if it's like something that's very, very similar to me, it's just sort of, you know, like a faint sort of puff of this like gold dust sprinkles off and then it's fine. But I was previously in an elven form to fit in. So I'm changing quite a bit. I was also in an elven male form. So, yeah. So now it's kind of like, I just kind of like, you know, like when someone sneezes, but like really massively, it's like, like that. And then just this big puff of like gold sort of shimmers around me for a minute. And then when I look back up, I'm fine. And all the gold dust is gone. And I'm new.
Would you care to describe how Piper now looks, Helena?
Well, Piper now looks, well, like this
Helena.
big grey skin, bald hair, stuff like that, just wearing... I'm assuming I didn't get... So, I'm assuming my coat was taken from me, because that was magic.
Yeah, you're just in, like,
Okay.
casual shirt and trousers.
Okay, yeah, basically. Except for the shirt, I'm basically just in some trousers and big leather boots, and that's pretty much it. And then I'm realizing, oh, this is inappropriate. And then I change back.
Oh god.
So, a couple of hours later, you hear the sound of stirring, and this figure wakes up. Helena, you wake up, and there is a figure maybe sort of 6 to or so feet from you in another cell. Your hands have been bound and your foot has been attached to this wooden stake on the floor. Oh no, I have frozen. That's not good.
You have slightly frozen on
I
the...
froze temporarily.
You're back. Can I wreck on something? I don't turn into myself. I turn into a big, butch, black dragonborn.
Okay.
Like the scariest black dragon with the horns and everything, like...
Yeah,
butch
so there
ass.
is like 6.5, so as you sort of roll over and look around, you find yourself in a barred cell. Metal bars rising floor to ceiling from where you are. You can see out beyond, there's like the cave itself seems to disappear up a long way above you. But across the ways you can see in another cell this enormous dragonborn dressed in quite tight looking rags and things. But yeah, incredibly tall and muscular and intimidating.
What's up? What's up? Hi. My name is, Deathmere.
Deadmere.
Deathmere.
Deathmere.
Yes.
You don't sound so sure about that.
If I'm honest, I think I'd like to change that. That's I can come up with better. Hold on. Fuck it. Hi. I'm Piper. So, what are you in for?
Can I quickly just like feel around and see if I've got any of my stuff?
Yeah, you have a quick feel around, but you do not have any of the things. Your book is taken from you. Your like pack and everything is taken from you. You don't have your daggers or anything like that.
Did you put me in here?
No,
Thank you.
the bigger one did.
Where's my book? I swear to God, when I get my book back, I will end you. Where is it?
What the hell did I do? You come in here and suddenly you're blaming me for everything.
Well, I mean, all that there was a dragon, and a dragon went pew, 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 and now I'm here. So, and you're a dragon, so therefore.
Oh yeah. Wow. I did not think that one through. Yeah, I could see where you might get mixed up. No, I'm in.
Where's my book?
I have no idea. If I'm honest, I not much of a reader, really. Just got to come up with it all in here. Kind of. Hey, what's that over there? I just point behind me.
I do not look.
Seriously, you should look. It's.
I do not look. No. No. Mm-mm.
Okay, fine. And then I just sort of shiver and turn myself back into like a male elf. Oh, our voice is a number in your throat. Hello.
Oh, what?
Hi. Yeah, that's. I figured we're all gonna die in here, so I guess it doesn't really matter, eh?
I'm not dying.
Well, we're probably gonna die.
I'm not dying.
Well,
I am going to live forever.
I think the big dragon might have different plans.
Well, I have different plans. Once I get my book back, this will be a lot easier, and we will.
You're very attached to this book.
I need
what
my
is this book?
I need my book now.
What is this book?
It's a very special book that helps me do special things.
I see.
Doesn't matter what it is, it's mine and you're not taking it.
I had a book like that once. A very special book to help me do very special things. It's a good book. It's called ABCs for Toddlers.
I was about to say that.
Help me read certain languages and things. It was fantastic. I'm assuming yours is of a similar nature. Maybe
yes.
Located in nature. You're a little older than 5. I see. Well, I can't help you get your book.
Well, that's no good.
I have come up with a new song.
Oh, bloody hell.
Maybe that can interest you.
I doubt it can.
The power of music is an incredible power. Okay, look at this. And I walk over to the middle sort of like wooden post we've got, and I take the chain. And I go, and I've come up with a new instrument called chain post. And I start rhythmically tapping the chain against the post in what Piper very clearly thinks is a musical masterpiece, but in reality it just sounds like someone hitting a post with the chain in a weird rhythm. He's clearly going a little bit insane. Now we're here.
Can I cast anything without my book?
Anything that doesn't have material components or require somatic.
Wait.
So only verb. You can cast only verbal spells, so no somatic or material components.
If I'd have taken magic missile, I could have been out of here like fucking now. Because I think that's nothing basically. I want to check if any of my. No, I went on to Stix's character sheet. That's made me sad. What about any of my things? VS crap. VS crap. SM. No, that's worse.
You just want V.
Yes, yeah, I just want V. Fuck. Crap. Okay, none of my spells do anything. Yup. Ow. Fine.
Stop it.
I'll make your stupid save. Wow, this group went PvP real quick.
I just want to shut him up.
Intelligence. Ah, that's sad.
You now have a headache.
Ow. Ah. Ah. Oh.
Stop singing. It's not very good. The instruments were alright though. But the singing was bad, so like, don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think much like the food he serves here, my new tunes are an acquired taste. I think.
Yeah, I think you are as well.
Well, some have said that about some of the characters I portray. Such as Deathmere, for example. He did not go down well with the guards at Denderport.
Dendo what?
It's a place that I'm totally allowed back into.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing burned down. Deathmere did not do anything wrong. Anyway, hello. I don't believe I got your name.
Helena.
Alina. Hello, Alina.
Hello, Piper.
So, what brings you to this lovely place?
I mean, I'm...
Other than Brooksin.
Other than what?
Brooksin. It's the big creepy dragon. That's it. Big creepy dragon thing. There. That guy.
I'm so confused. I was just trying to talk to my patron in his, his temple, and somehow I got. I think I might have been transported to planes, but like that's fine. It's fine. I'm guessing this is not the Shadowfell anymore. Everything's a bit more bright.
Well, yes. I mean, we are in a jail. It's kind of. I'm assuming it's pretty dark in here, right?
Yes. The only real light you have are bunches of fungus and moss that glow with this bioluminescent light, sort of casting everything in a weird, like, green hue.
Yes.
That's still more bright than anything I've ever seen.
I see. Yes, it is dark. Here, there are lots of shadows. And I fell not too long ago. But I
can tell.
I cannot say this is the Shadowfell. No, I don't think this is that place. Never been there personally. Heard it's nice in the winter. But there we go. So you were trying to get to the Shadowfell, and you ended up here.
Oh no, I live in the Shadowfell. That's why.
Oh, right. So you live in the Shadowfell, and you're now.
And I'm now here.
I see. Maybe a little bit of this. I can now sense.
I don't want to be here.
Nor do I, really.
I just want my book and to leave.
No turn down service. Food is atrocious.
Oh god, I need to get out. It's driving me insane.
As do I.
You drive yourself insane? I'm not surprised.
Sort of. A couple of weeks of torture will do that to you when you're left here alone. With everyone you know, kind of, bleh, you know.
Sounds tragic, but you're very, very dramatic.
Why, thank you.
Oh god. Didn't mean to compliment him.
You absolutely did. Okay, so here's the plan. What's the plan?
I don't know. I've just woken up. How long have you been here?
It was yesterday. It's the day I found that rock. For sure. I think a couple of weeks, maybe.
I'm gonna die here. Surrounded by an idiot.
Let me ask the rock.
Oh, fucking
Just
hell.
look at the rock. And I've actually inscribed on the underside of the rock how many things. It's like a tiny little pebble, so a lot of the things about. So I've either been here 11, or is that a line, or is that just a random? Okay, I think I've been here about 20 days, or 3, and I'm bad at writing. I think 20. I'm gonna go with about 20.
Okay. So have you not found anything in the time you've been here?
No.
Oh, God.
Not really.
What use are you?
Well, I tried to prove to you that I am an entertainer, but clearly you people of the Shadowfell have a different musical taste. So I guess I'm just here to help.
Okay. You know what? I have a great spell that I can use, but it really involves you being over there, because otherwise you might die. So you need to go over there and not say anything, just in the corner, as far away from me as possible.
Okay.
And not say a word for at least 5 hours, because this is going to take some time. Okay.
5
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
5 hours. It's a long spell. Lots to do. Over there. You go.
Oh.
And don't talk to me.
Over there.
Yes. Do not talk to me.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh. Okay. And I will.
Yes.
And I will get up and I will walk as far as I can. And trip on my chain. But I will then be over there.
Okay. Silence.
Does she look like she's casting a spell? Or has she just told me to fuck off and shut up?
I have just told you to fuck off and shut up.
That was me.
You fool, you've activated my trap card. That triggers my bard response.
You know, that was very, very mean.
You're welcome.
You people of the Shadowfell are not very nice.
Thank you.
I see how now the roles are reversed. I did not mean to compliment you there. I can, I believe, still heal people a very short amount. Do you need any form of healing? Are you okay?
Helene is currently on 1 hit point, having
good lord.
rendered unconscious.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Boom.
Well,
yeah, she's looking a little bit worse for wear, having been sort of acid breathed and clawed and stuff.
Why don't you take that? There's 6, 10 hit points.
Thanks.
You are very welcome. That is a nice high level cast.
Really, only a verbal. I mean, it would make sense. It's healing word
Yeah,
after all.
it's healing word, not really healing anything else. Crap, if I could cast polymorph right now, we'd be out of here like fucking that.
It's almost like it was designed so that you couldn't cast spells.
Really? It actually weirdly is. I don't know who the designer of this was, but he or she shall feel the wrath of my T-Rex as soon as I'm out of these bonds.
Now you guys are acquainted, we will move forward slightly. A day or so, you reckon almost close to 2 days passes. When you hear the sound of scaly feet slapping against the floor. Shuffling. And some sounds. Do any of you speak Draconic?
I probably can.
I actually can, yeah.
Hold on, I'm going through my shit.
I figure one of the people that was on the were like Dragonborn, so I figure that kind of worked.
I can if he speaks in my mind, but not out loud.
Okay. So just you, Piper, would hear the sound coming of, come on, they're heavy. God. No, we still got to get these two. Just drop off these two and deal with it. Deal with the other two. You know we're not allowed. Out there.
Hello?
And shuffling into the room, you see, two Draconians, who you are. Helena, you have not seen these creatures before. These look like much more feral and intimidating Dragonborn. Piper, you have seen these are the creatures that attacked you and your troop when you were outside before you were captured.
Indeed.
They seem to be dragging a large, rug or mat, and on the body of which are 4 people. 2 of them are clearly dead. You see You see a pair of half elves. One in this thick wooden-looking armor, and the other wearing sort of leathers. And the quiver on her back has been slightly crushed as she's been dragged along. And then you see a tiefling with curved purple horns, as well as something you'd not quite recognise. It does partially resemble an elf, but has white hair and red markings on her face. You don't recognise from any elven culture that you know. Helena, you have almost no idea whether or not this is normal. But they are individually dragged over, and this time a key is produced and inserted into a lock on the floor, which is turned, and then several of the bars, just, as the lock is turned, slide up into the ceiling. While the tiefling is dragged inside, his wrist bound and his leg, again, another key used to physically attach to manacle. When Uxin does this, the dragon, he does it by these locks respond magically to his presence, whereas these Draconian need to use physical keys. But the 2 new arrivals are properly chained up, and
I have a question. Could I cast? Do these guys seem particularly beefy?
In comparison to others, they seem lesser than some of the ones you remember encountering.
Fantastic. As they enter, or as one of them enters, and they're they've just unlocked thing, unlocked thing and open the door. Can I cast Dissonant Whispers on the one with the key?
Okay. What does Dissonant Whispers do?
It is only verbal. I have a range of 60 feet. I'm going to stick in the chat. So you whisper a discordant melody that one creature of your choice within range can hear, cracking with terrible pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into an obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit, blah 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 blah. On a failed successful save, it takes half damage and doesn't have to move away. A deafened creature succeeds the save.
Okay, so what's that? Was that
So,
wisdom save, you say?
Wisdom save DC 17.
Okay. That's a 2. So,
Fantastic.
yeah, one of these creatures doubles over, like clutching its head and starts backpedaling immediately. And as you do so, the other one like snaps up and it's like, "Oi, none of that!" And like starts like coming at the cage, pulling out a sword.
You take that damage.
Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, you seem like he like starts like backing up and like stumbles
Away.
and basically falls over from this pain. Like is now like sort of like shuffling, like clutching his head and just like pushing away on the floor.
I missed the D6. He actually takes that damage.
Okay, none of that happens. Because he dies.
Excellent.
So as you cast this spell, he just like clutches his head, and his whole body just like freezes up and turns from green to grey, and cracks appear all over his body. Can the two of you make con saves for me, please?
Are we back to full hit points because it's been a few days?
Yes.
Excellent.
So I'm assuming this is me and
Yes.
thingy. Right, okay. Constitution. Save. Fuck. 12.
So this
Ironically,
mist,
I-
as this figure bursts, this mist washes over the ground. It sort of rises up towards you, and you both sort of cover your mouths and back away as far as you can, and sort of cover with like the crooks of your elbows and things. And Piper, you're a little bit closer to this. You managed to resist.
If I get the opportunity, I would like to do the same thing for the other one.
Well, in response, the other one is also not affected by this gas, and like picks up their trident from where they've like rested it on the mat amongst the bodies of these things, and they poke it through the bars into your ribs, and like, another word out of you, I'll skewer you right here.
Please do. I'll stop the singing.
Okay. I'm sorry, I just had this really funny joke and I wanted to tell it, but you guys didn't seem to, like my jokes before. But this one's really, really good. It's funny. It's about pirates. Wanna hear it?
She glares at you. She's like, and you don't even need to read the expression to be like, no, he doesn't want to hear it.
What is a pirate's favourite letter?
Oh, good God.
He stabs you.
Excellent.
Ow! Ow! How much damage does it do?
Not much. He's like almost at his reach, like through the bars, but he can still reach you. But you take about 3 damage from him.
Fuck yeah! 3 damage. As he stabbed me, I just go, ow! Some people think it's R, but it's actually the C. And on C, I would like to cast Distant Whispers on this guy as well.
I mean, it's a verbal spell, so like the act of you like beginning to cast a spell will just proc him to repeat like.
I'm imagining that whole joke is the spell.
The whole joke is basically the spell, and then on
So
yeah.
make a Constitution saving throw to be able to cast the spell while he's like actively repeating.
Shit.
So he's like repeatedly jabbing you with this spear in the ribs.
Oh,
Each time
this
it
is
just,
the
like,
best.
pokes through your shirt and draws a little blood, and just like jabs into it. So you've now been stabbed sort of 5 or 6 times.
Fun.
And so you have several new stab wounds to go with all the old wounds. And you're just sort of like coughing from both the blunt force trauma and the stabbing pain, and so you're unable to cast the spell at this moment. And he fixes you with a stern knife. Don't make me come back. And they start dragging the bodies into the cells.
I just turn around and then turn into a draconian, but obviously without the wings because I can't get wings.
Mm-hmm.
Or can I get wings but not fly? Like, I feel like either way, turn into draconian with or without wings. And go, oh, look at me, I'm a big scared draconian. And then I turn myself back and look at the 2 new people. Do you wanna? Should we like wake him up? Hello. Wakey, wakey.
It's probably better if you don't. Then you won't have to listen to him.
You know what? That wasn't bad with a little tuning and a little bit of training. We've got time. We could work on this. You could really be something in this cave. And you know, with the whole like creepy skin thing, I'm sure we can come up with an act for that. And I think it'd be really good. You'd really represent for like the emo people of Kavran. I really think they'd dig you.
You should stop talking before I stab you.
You know?
But I will find something to stab you with if it kills me.
Well, if it kills you, you won't be able to stab me.
I will stab you if it's the last thing I do.
That sounds like a life lived to the full. Fair play. Okay, so what are we going to do?
I would like to teleport 30 feet into an unoccupied space.
Oh yes, because yeah, Misty Step.
Well, and I can, as a bonus action, I can just magically teleport 30 feet.
Oh shit! Oh, damn!
Let's bring out my character sheet. I can see it in his eyeballs. Look at him go.
Look at him
reading
I
frantically.
read the exact wording on that just to.
As a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you can regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
And JJ's whole plan come falling apart. Oh man.
Okay, where do you go?
I mean, that man just dumped them outside.
No,
he didn't even put them in somewhere, did he?
Put them in cells.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
they got out a key, unlocked locks, like bars retracted into the ceiling, dragged them into the cell.
Okay.
They got out a different key, put a magical, or put the shackle around the foot, bound their wrists in rope, and left them.
Okay, cool. Well, so, you know the one that died? He had a key. Did the other guy pick it up?
Yes.
Ah, shit. You never said it though.
Did he have anything else on him?
Nothing.
I'm just saying, like, we have been in here 2 days and you've now realised you could do this.
Oh, I've been doing it every night. How do you think we get fed?
Well, they come. They.
Have you ever seen them come in with any food?
Well, yes, I have. I mean, now that you mention it, not for the past couple of days. Damn. Wow. Okay, fair play. You know, a good stabbing thing. That guy had horns. If you know, the stabbing me was still.
Oh, it still is.
He got big horns. Good. I'm sure they're sharp. Or she had pointy ears. I don't think that'd be as effective at stabbing, but.
Shh. 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 Say no more. Or you will be impaled. I'm going to go into their cage.
Cell?
It's not a cell, that's the one. And poke them.
Okay. They are unconscious. They either need a long amount of time or some magical healing to recover.
Well, I can't do that.
Can I see them?
Yes. You can see them.
Can I cast Healing Word on both of them?
You can.
Yay! Piper gets excited. Healing Word. Yeah. They both get. So one of them gets that. 9. Fucking 9. Damn. Good job.
Harry gets 9 hit points.
Oh!
Gets 9 hit points.
Fucking yeah! You are welcome.
So, as you cast this spell, there's sort of like a low groan from both of them as they both regain consciousness slowly.
And as they regain consciousness, I turn into the tiefling.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay.
Hello!
So, Clary, you awake and you find yourself in a cell, your hands bound together, one ankle shackled to a post on the floor. You look around and you can see a pale, bald-looking woman dressed in black clothing, standing pretty much over you now, in the cell. And then you look to your left and you can see Neo, and then you look to your right, and a couple of cells over, you can also see Neo waving at you very jovially. A faint shimmer of gold just settles on the floor and then fades. I've just figured out it's like Tinkerbell with pixie dust.
Oh my god, Tinkerbell.
Hello, yes, I am Tiefling Man. You want to go skateboards? Well, hello! Welcome to the dungeon. Hey. Hey. Yo. Yes. Neo, yes, I am Neo. What are you saying like that? We've been in here for a long time, and I have gone slightly cuckoo.
I would like to stand in front of where they can see him.
Okay.
And just block whatever the hell is going on.
Yeah, from behind you, Clary, in the cell next to you, you just hear Neo's voice go, "Who's that?"
Fuck you!
I am you from the future.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
Far in the future, 'cause it kind of looks the same here as there.
You have incredible skin, young sir. Ooh, he does. From the very near future. Yes, the very near future. I'm your twin. You've always wanted. Now we can run heists together and have fun and skip through fields of hay.
Anyway,
I've never had a twin. I don't really know what they do.
please ignore him. He is the pain of the dungeon.
Yes.
I don't have fields of hay.
Crap.
Don't talk to him. He'll just encourage him.
Neo, shut up.
Thank you.
Well, seeing as now I'm the tiefling talking for the both of us, I'm assuming you are Neo, or it's just a cool nickname. And I appreciate the nickname. It's a good stage name. You keep it short and sweet and to the point. And you, my fine lady, who might you be?
I'm Klari. Who are you?
Well, as I said, I am Neo.
But you're not.
Shut the hell up, Piper.
I do not. I do not know of Piper. Like
You do not know of pain until I give it to you.
Like even Piper can't even hold in the laughs. He's like breaking down, thinking he's the funniest fucking shit the world has ever seen right now. I apologize. And then I turn back to my male elven form. Hello. I am not Neo, as it may surprise you to learn.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Thank you.
I love that everyone is fed up with him already. It's so refreshing.
I have been here 10 minutes and people already want me to leave. I grow on you. It's fine. Like a fine wine, I improve with age.
Oh,
You know,
like a fungus.
Oh no, yes. Yes, he is.
in some places I was a fungus. Or rather, a fungi. Oh! I'm here all night, folks. And all day. We're trapped down here.
Tiefling man, lay on the floor so I can impale myself on you. On your horns, because I want to die.
Oh no, he's got ram's horns. I don't think that would work.
Yeah.
Anything is better than listening to you.
Anyway, what are you guys doing down here?
We were attacked or fighting some dragon things.
Yes.
At this point, Neo just sort of turns to you and Clary's like, where are Stix and all? I didn't see what happened to them.
I was about to ask the same thing.
Did one of them wear like too much wood, and the other one looked really good?
Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent. Well, I think they might be dead. Soz.
Did they look like this? And I turn into Stix, but dead.
Jesus Christ!
Neo just sits down on the floor, like his head in his hands at this point.
Okay, I feel like I crossed the line, and then I turn back. I'm very sorry. That was probably not what you wanted. Yes, sadly, they are dead. But the plus side of all of this, I think, we are good replacements. No, that came out wrong as well. Wow, I need a script. Yeah, that's what I should.
Line.
Replacements?
Temporary replacements.
Clary just turns around and she told him, like, Neo, we have to do something, we have to get them back.
first we've got to get out of here.
Well, we all have a common goal to get out. So how about we work together, and then see what happens after that. And if one of us ends up dead, he'll be fine. And if one of those people is a bard, shit happens, you know.
I'm not a bard, let's say. I'm a performer. Yeah.
God, that's worse.
Bard, yeah.
Anyway, anyone got anything on them, like that they didn't, that the guard people didn't find?
I have a rock.
We are not asking you.
I can't still have my lockpicking.
No, you have nothing but the clothes you stand up in.
Of the year.
It's just like, we need to tend to some sort of gestures to the multiple stab wounds on him, and starts like ripping off a little bit of his tunic and like binding it around one of the wounds on his arm.
Oh, no! Yeah. Yes, you. And then I'll just healing word them up a little bit. Just to be helpful. Hyper feels incredibly bad now. He's going insane. Mass healing word. Can I give, of the 6 creatures, can I give one thing hit multiple times?
No.
No. Crap. That would have been very, very good. But, oh well. Yeah, I'll just healing word them both again. I've already done it twice. So I'll do it now 2 times at 2nd level. Let's get it back some hit points. So, oh, that's bad. So that's 9 hit points back to Klari. And 12 hit points back to Neo. So you get 18 now, and Neo gets 21. And for the extra surprise of the day, if the things that you guys happen to have on you are 2 diamonds, each of them at least worth 500 gold, I could, like, totally undead them. Well, not like undead, but like, you know. No, that sounds like growing. Them.
Leo's head snaps up at this point. Can you really?
Yeah, we had accidents and shit all the time while doing like stunts and stuff. You have absolutely no idea how many times my friend Jeff broke his neck while trying to do the trapeze. He was not a trapeze artist. He just liked to drink.
Jeff sounds like an expensive friend.
I want to play Jeff.
He was an expensive friend indeed. He did the whole like sword swallowing thing. It was kind of cool.
Is that when he was sober?
Surprisingly, no, because he used to swallow swords, and then, you know, he liked to drink, so he'd just cough, and the sword would catch fire. Oh yeah, the sword had like oil and shit on it as well. He's a dwarf; they drink all sorts of stuff. But yeah, he was a fun bloke. Kept dying. I kept bringing him back. Good times.
Anyway,
It's just sort of like, well, we're both pretty banged up. We could probably, I don't know, I think work down here. We could probably use a few hours just to feel a little bit more ourselves.
That, yes,
Like
might.
if you were captured as well, then you know that sort of stuff, isn't there?
dragons.
Well, like those like weird,
And a big one.
those like weird dragon people, and then the big one. His name is Uxin. So far, I've gathered he is very, very big. Knock-knock jokes are not his forte. And he likes peeling skin off people. Or me. So far.
He peeled your skin off.
Yes, it was rather unpleasant. Would not recommend.
Ew.
So I've now started to treat it almost like a spa.
Okay.
Anywho.
So, rest up, lads, and then we'll make
if you
a
guys
plan.
just wanna get a bit of you know.
So, over the course of the next few hours, Klari and Neo can take a long rest and regain one.
Could I also take a long rest?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I have stuff.
Regain spells, hit points, dice, those sorts of things.
I'm so happy.
You're starting to get a little bit antsy by this point because sort of around 2.5, 3 days has passed, and you know from Uxin's patterns that he generally will pull you out every 3 to 4 days for an experimentation session, which is deeply unpleasant for you.
That's the skin peeling thing.
Yeah, which involves various methods of trying to transform you in some way. A lot of them involving slicing and subcutaneous insects.
Yum.
Which, due to your changeling nature, the body does seem to just absorb and take on these changes without issue. Which is the puzzle to him as to how to make these changes permanent that he wants to see in your skin. And the only reason why you think you're still alive when the rest of your troop was transformed pretty quickly.
Jeff!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Finally bit the bucket.
Well, you never know, Jeff might still be out there.
I mean, maybe.
Or Stix might have smitten his head off.
Or that.
Smited?
Or he tried to appease again.
Smoked.
Smoked.
Yes, smoked his head off.
Smouted.
Smouted. I feel like that's getting a bit far away from... Smited? I think
Smouted.
it's smoked. I think it's smoked. Like, I shall smote thee.
I smouted.
He was smoked. He was smitten. Yeah, not
He
smitten.
I smouted.
Smoked.
Smoked.
The smiter.
So,
Smout.
Klari and Neo, you guys get some sleep. Helena, you can trance for your rest as well. Piper, you take a long rest. And as you wake up, you're taking your surroundings a bit more, Klari. You are in a cell. It is stone floor, the back wall is stone, and the roof above you is stone. And then on 3 sides, there are metal bars. Your wrists have been bound, so sleeping has been a little bit awkward. And one of your legs is chained to a post in the floor. You can see several other cells similarly around you, and underneath the outcropping of rock that forms the roof of your cell, you can see that this cavern goes up and up and up and up and up. You can also see the opening into the caverns beyond. It's a long corridor. The floor, now you look at it and take it in, does seem to be of a nicer, more well-defined quality of stone. And Piper, you picked up on this as well, but couldn't explain it. The floor seems to be well maintained and mortared in this room, almost like it was tiled at some point. Whereas all the walls around are pretty rough hewn and almost like they've been clawed into shape.
You guys made it into the place. Come on. Father Doctor.
There's so you find yourselves, the four of you, trapped in your cells. Well, apart from Helena.
I'm just chilling,
Yeah.
doing what I want.
Why you haven't left yet astounds me.
Because there's a massive dragon, and I
Yeah.
want my stuff.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, so if you left, oh my god!
What?
So a couple of days go by, and I cast Dimension Door, and I get out.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in a mild retcon to this. You have tried this in the past,
Yes, I figure this is probably a thing I would have realized I could do.
and
Oh shit, there's a dragon in the way. I can't just teleport past the dragon.
you can only go to a point you can visualize. And so the only point you can see, you can technically get out of your cell and wander around, but the time you tried this, you were caught and returned to your cell.
I mean, I've just realized, yeah, in theory, could I walk up to the very edge of the wall and then try and visualize outside? I guess I don't know the exact thing of outside.
You can try and go 500 feet in a direction. What happens if you end up in a solid object? Does it say the spell fails?
Yes, so it says, so you arrive exactly at the spot desired. It can be a place that you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating the distance and direction, such as 200 feet forward or upward. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring one willing creature. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast the spell. Yes. If you would have arrived in a place already occupied by an object or creature, you and any creature traveling with you take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
Okay, so you try and go outside. We'll say this in the past, so you're not missing these hit points. But you try and go just out in the direction you think is out, and you just land in like solid stone. Everything goes black for a bit. There's a crushing pain, and then poof, you appear back in yourself. You are too far away to jump straight outside, it seems. Either that or you haven't quite worked out which direction exactly you need to go. You can't physically get outside of the mountain straight away.
Fantastic.
And this is why you have remained.
Within. I see. Fair enough. In which case...
But now there are 4 of you. So
Sure.
the chances of escape are that much higher.
Yes.
What would you like to do? The floor is covered in sort of little like bones from rats or something, what you surmise, as well as small pebbles and stones.
I would like to...
Dimension Door would still get you outside of your cell.
It would, yes. So I would like to, as it's sort of obviously getting up to this time and I'm getting a little bit antsy, I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, yeah, we need to get out of here. Is there anything like around the room outside the cells that might be useful?
There is general sort of detritus. There is, you know, from the little brief bit you explored outside before you were caught, there are a lot of like roots and things grow through the mountain in places, it seems like, so you could get your hand on, potentially like snap off a few like sticks and stuff like that. There are small bones that could be used to manipulate things, potentially.
Can I get one of like a few bones that look mildly pointy
Yeah.
and do I think I missed... Hold on, I need to get a book because I think I missed something.
Well, while she does that, anyone else?
I would like to... I don't know. probably just chilling for a minute, and then see if anyone has any plans. Cannot believe Dimension Door's only verbal. That's insane.
Neither can I.
Excellent. Right, I've got proficiency in thieves' tools, so I want to see if I can unlock Neo's, and well, we'll start with Neo. Start with Neo's door.
Okay.
See if I can unlock it.
Okay. So you use one of your teleports to get outside of your cell.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark that down, and then make it first an investigation check to see what form of bones you are looking for. Okay. All right. Now make a thieves' tools check.
What do I?
Have you got them set up as a?
No, I have not.
Could I give her some bardic inspiration?
Yes, you can. Dexterity plus proficiency plus whatever the dice is for bardic inspiration.
D10.
So as you're doing this,
Dexterity plus what?
plus proficiency plus bardic inspiration.
8, 9, 10,
That's
11,
12.
12.
And roll a D10. If you want, of course.
14.
Yeah, it's a little fiddly, and you almost feel like you crack one of your makeshift lockpicks, and so you have to find another one. But like you get in there and you turn it, and it turns, and there's like a click, and you slightly overturn it, and there's like a crunch as one of them snaps. But you do unlock Neo's foot manacle.
Ah!
Excellent.
Alright. Now we have him out. Can we use him to like force open? Like, can we like?
What, throw him against it? Bam!
No, like, now we have some muscle. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not particularly muscly. Yeah, no, I'm not very muscly at all. So now we might have someone who can aid us in, that kind of regard, and maybe try and like break the chains somewhat. How long do I know from what we're doing and where we are? So, like, do I know? Is there any kind of pattern to like when they would come in and check on us, and therefore would I have any idea of how much time we have?
I mean, generally you would estimate every 3 to 4 days. Not having any natural sunlight, it's difficult to track time. You'd sort of track it by the amount of times you slept. You weren't fed what felt like regularly. Certainly in the beginning you almost starved because the dragon kind of forgot that you needed food more regularly than it did, and wasn't feeding you until you sort of started to waste away, and then it was like, oh shit, it's a weak human thing, so I've got to feed it. I've got a pet I've got to feed.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's not a huge amount of regularity to it, but you can make an intelligence check to...
Oh, this isn't going to go well. 7.
Yeah, at the moment you're having a hard time. You're feeling quite hungry, you haven't been fed for a little while, but your wounds are okay at the moment, so you think soonish, but you don't know whether that's like 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours a day.
Fair enough.
And I also open Clary's one.
Okay, make another investigation check just to find another lockpick. 22. Yeah, this time you actually discard your other original one and find a couple of really good, what feel like both like probably slightly fresher bones. They've still got a little bit of sort of like flex to them. They're not as brittle. So you reckon you're able to like jam them in and turn them without as much risk of them breaking. This time you can make your check with advantage to unlock Clary's. You will have to use a teleport to get into the cell, otherwise you'll have to go through Neo's door, through her door, to Clary's manacle. So you teleport straight into Neo's cell to unlock this.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to get to Klari, you'll either have to teleport again, or you'll have to unlock the cell itself, get out of the cell, unlock Klari's cell door, go into Klari's cell, and then unlock Klari's manacle.
Okay, I might unlock the door first.
Okay, that does succeed. Neo is free.
Excellent. Can I use the same one again?
Yeah,
Because it was a good one.
yeah,
To unlock Clary's door.
yeah.
Dexterity again?
Dexterity with proficiency.
With 11.
Yeah. You
Plus-
feel like the use of these, like
It's 15.
the tips of these, like are starting to get a little bit mangled in the, with the metal of the lock, but they're still functional.
Nice.
Straight
And
roll for the third one.
excellent.
Burning inspiration.
Souls.
Yeah, and almost casually, having just popped these two like, really quickly, you like ram it in and just. And there's two little bits of bone in your hand and two little bits
You
of bone
could
sticking
still
to the lock.
technically roll 16.
Hmm?
Theoretically. Unless you roll crit. Unless you do crit fail.
Technically, yeah. Roll as high as a 16. It's up to you.
Yeah, you don't have to use it now. I think you got 10 minutes to use it.
Yeah, you got 10 minutes to use it.
That's a 13!
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a valiant try, but the
Souls.
Crap!
You don't suppose you've got proficiency in thieves' tools, Clary?
I do, actually.
so someone needs to make a check first to clear the lock, as it still has bone fragments in it.
You want me to do that? But
Well, whoever wants to attempt to clear the lock can do that.
how?
Yeah.
What?
Shit. That's also like this.
What we rolling?
Would again be either strength or dexterity. Just a straight roll.
Boom.
Yeah.
No bones
Yeah,
in
so
sight.
you like almost use like the little leftover bits of bone fragment, like miniature like tweezers or chopsticks, and you manage to like poke out the stuck bits, the stuck fragments, and then you like shake it, and like it almost like turns to gravel and just like drops out.
Excellent. The floor is yours. Literally, there's loads of bones all over it.
Do we still check to find
Yep.
this?
So you need to find something. I mean, you don't have to find bones. Like you can potentially find something from something else if you had something else in mind. But there are bones available as of this moment.
Is that investigation?
Yes, that's investigation. Yeah, you ever reach around and you find a couple of pieces that you think are suitable. It's kind of a middle ground between the ones that Helena first found and the second one she found. This will just be a thieves' tools check, but a straight roll, no advantage on this one.
Wait, what do I roll?
Roll check with your thieves' tools,
Yeah.
which is dexterity plus proficiency. Yeah. So having watched Helena work on a couple of these locks, you've kind of like watched the motion of her hands where she's like pushed and twisted and like jimmied it. And you've been studying the lock on your leg for a little while now. Yeah, a quick motion just pops right off and just clanks to the floor. Now 3 of you are free, and Piper is currently still in his cell.
Oh, well, we'll be seeing you.
Guys!
How are our hands bound?
Your hands are bound like this, so you're able to like hold things with your fingers and like
But what are we bound with?
rope.
Rope. Oh, piss easy. Come here. Let me undo it.
Yeah.
I'll undo their rope.
Okay. That'll be just another dexterity roll to.
As you're undoing that, I do my-
Excellent.
You somehow managed to tighten your own ropes. Your hands start to throb a little bit.
Can I have some help?
Yeah. I dimension door over.
Okay. So you
So that
dimension
they
door
don't.
out of your.
Yeah. So that they don't. Partially so that they don't have to. Like thieves' tools me and get me out, but also partially because I'm slightly worried they're going to abandon me.
No.
And I will offer to aid in getting someone free, if need be, with just like undoing some rope. You said that was a dexterity check.
Yeah, if you want to undo someone's bonds.
I will undo Clary's bonds, as she seemed very good with those thieves' tools.
Yeah. So Klari, Piper comes over, and after a few moments, move your wrists freely. And they're a little bit sore and chafed, but from the rope. But I haven't been, you've been tied up for a little while, but not as long as the others. So your hands aren't too bad.
Can I get a hand? Thank you.
Is it just
That is my straight dexterity. I'm a very dexterous person.
Yeah. In short order, you have Piper's bonds undone.
I imagine, like, I've been like this for weeks, so it's just kind of like this.
Yeah, you do get this reprieve when your wrists are untied, but it's only for a few seconds before they're tied individually above your head on like a big rack. Whenever torture time rolls around.
Ah, yes. Torture time! It's everybody's fun time. What time is it? Torture time. I just saw Elvis's sheep. No.
No
He's
Stix,
fine.
there is no Elvis.
He's fine. He's fine. He's roaming.
Yeah, Elvis is absolutely fine.
He's roaming around the Feywild. He's loving life. He's like, oh, Stix hasn't summoned me back. Wow.
Having a
He's
chat
all-
with Celine.
Yeah, just running around. Everything's cool. Yeah, maybe that's how our worlds are connected through the Feywild.
How exciting.
And Lloyd Cedric.
That'd be fun.
right? Neo, come here. Let me help you.
What's happening? Ooh.
Untie Neo.
Yeah, Neo is untied.
Has anyone actually untied Helene?
No.
No one has managed to tighten her own bonds.
And we leave her there.
Ah,
Yeah, unfortunately, because of the way she was sort of like twisting her like forearms against each other, you managed to tighten the knot, and so it makes it even harder for you to undo with an 11. It doesn't succeed.
That is totally fine. Because I cast... I cast... nothing, because casting anything wouldn't help in this scenario. I will give it a go to try and get her out.
Yeah.
Dexterity.
Yeah, so Piper, you come over, and with the help of Klari, just sort of like almost like pushing her elbows together in like an unnaturally tight way, it takes some of the pressure off the knot, and allows you like a bit of like wiggle room. Now like her wrists aren't applying direct pressure to the knot, to like push it back and start undoing it. And
See?
in order, you
Some
have
uses.
saved yourselves and your bonds.
Fantastic. Now, we gotta go. Like, we need to run.
Before
We
you
need
extends
to die.
a dark corridor lit in places by clumps of glowing bioluminescent moss and fungi.
Ooh, creepy. Okay. We need to move. Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we land on me growing wings thing? Obviously not being able to use them, but like being able to grow appendages such as that.
So, Dragonborn are humanoid, but do not have wings. Draconians are in the books. I know they're in here somewhere. It's the book they're in. I think they are. I think they are technically dragons or draconic rather than humanoid. So technically, while you could assume a form like them, sort of akin to a. Yeah, they are technically monstrosities.
Shit.
So, although you can kind of look a bit like them, it's almost like you've taken a Dragonborn and cartoonishly, like, expanded all its features.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot transform into something with wings.
Okay. Well, I will do. I guess I'll do that.
So there is a large cavernous expanse above you. It goes up and up and up and up, and there is this long corridor, for want of a better word, long tunnel before you. It just spreads into sort of vanishing darkness.
Okay, guys, I have a plan as to how we can go get. Oh, sure. Okay. I immediately lost my plan. I was going to cast Silent Image and just Silent Image one of them in front of us, but that requires material components. I need my focus back. I need the focus. What's my brother?
So far, you're still just stood outside yourselves.
Okay.
Should we go through the big dark tunnel?
Yeah. Go through the big dark tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you start walking, and this is a large cavernous tunnel, maybe sort of 30 to 40 feet around, getting slightly bigger in some places. It doesn't seem very uniform. It's a bit sort of like hieroglyphically, and the walls are almost like scratched and gouged out. After about 5 minutes walking down a gentle slope, you approach a junction. You have the option to go left, and you have the option to go right.
Does Piper know which way he normally goes?
Usually taken.
When you were taken you were taken out of your cell and flown straight up.
Oh
shit! All right. And when I get taken to the experimentation bit, did I pass rooms where our stuff is kept?
No, you just flew straight up. He landed on this big opening into the lab.
I see. Right, okay.
Yeah.
All the good spells are material components, which is very annoying.
The experimentation chamber is a room you would recognise. It's, again, lit more brightly by this glowing plant matter. But it's also one that contains a large quantity of alchemy equipment. There are large glass tanks in there, big enough for a draconian in, and indeed, as you've experienced, when you're in there, you have seen sort of the stages of transformation and growth of the different things. There are also a number of dragon eggs in there, and you have seen in one set of tanks almost like the progression as this thing has been hatched and transformed into a draconian.
Okay. Okay, team, we may face some dangers down here. What can everyone do without stuff? Like, what can everyone do just bare knuckle? Can anyone do anything particularly fancy? I can make a ray of frost and hurt people with that. I can also make people piss off and deal a lot of psychic damage. Anyone else do any harmful things to protect us?
Absolutely. Yes, I've got stuff.
Cool. Yes, you do have stuff. Use that on me. Claire, anything without the use of weapons? Yes. You can throw fire at people.
Excellent.
Neo.
If something hits me, I can make fire back at it.
Okay. We'll work on that one. Ironically, the big tanky guy, you have to get hit first. That's probably not good. You were already knocked out. Don't really want you. Don't really want you knocked out, big guy. Let's say, is there anything around that we could use for a weapon?
There are roots and things in the tunnels. If you wanted to try and like snap one off, you could maybe get a staff from it or a club.
Yeah, could he do that? At least then he can smite. I imagine what Neo would be thinking. Obviously, I don't know shit.
Yeah. I'll roll an athletics check for him.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can help. The highest is 17 total. So yeah, Neo gets a staff.
Cool.
Alright. If anyone else wants some, he will offer to try and break something off for the rest of you.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay.
Would you say that these things is worth at least one silver piece?
No, it is literally a stick.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, then I'll say between the lot of you, you can all gather an amount of staff or club-like wood from the roots that grow through this tunnel.
Cool. Oh, I'll take the plus.
And then the question I put to you is left or right?
Right.
Right is up. Right seems to lead up a slight incline and left down.
Hmm.
Your decision in any way. This tunnel you come out into seems to be larger than the last one. It's maybe 50, 60 feet across in total.
Also, remember how we got here? Because if I want to revive your friends, and they're still back there.
Yeah, were they still there?
No.
Where are they?
They were dragged off somewhere else you knew not where.
Ah, okay.
Oh, shit.
Let's go right.
Okay.
Nice.
Right.
You head right. You walk up a slight incline. Roots and growing through the walls. This round tunnel. The walls, you can see, have large scorch and scratch marks on them where they have been gouged and dug out. And you walk for some time. It's cool down here though. The sound of running water trickles in little rivulets through the rock and flows down, very, very slight trickles past your feet. You walk for about 10 minutes. And then up ahead, looming out of the darkness, you see a small shelf. Or at least a small shelf to a dragon. For you, it is a large cliff, about 30 feet high, going up in front of you. As the cavern goes up, it seems to continue above, on top of the cliff, and then you're at the bottom of it.
So we got to get up to that shelf. Shit. I can bring one of you up to the top of that shelf.
How far did you say it was?
30 feet.
Excellent. Can I take anyone with me?
Yeah,
No, I can't.
very.
Very weird thing.
It's very rough and rocky. It's not a perfectly like vertical shelf or cliff. It is sort of a slight incline to it, but it will still be a climb, not a walk up.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I might just try and start climbing it.
Mm-hmm.
See if it can climb. Yeah.
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. 22. Let's get it.
Did you want to go up and just have a look and make sure it's clear before we all go up?
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. So yeah, Piper, you get to the top and peek your head over, maybe gripping onto a root and one hand gripping the ledge. Poke your head up. Glance around. Can't see anything beyond the tunnel. Looks very similar.
Cool. In which case, I will climb up and just say, "Okay, it looks clear. You guys want to start coming up? And can I offer help in the form of telling them how I got up? Okay, I put my foot on that one.
Yeah, you can offer help. Who would you like to offer help to?
Klari.
Okay, yeah, you can help Klari.
Yeah.
Sort of leaning over and looking down and being yeah, there's a handhold to your right. Yeah, grab that root to your left. Those sorts of things. You can give Klari advantage.
Yeah.
As you're doing so, maybe pointing out some of the ones that have grown a little bit further away from the wall. They're a bit easier to grab, and they're a bit drier because this sort of continual damp atmosphere doesn't seem to have dampened them so much, so they're a bit drier and easier to grip. In order, with Piper's help and with Neo sort of following on behind, making sure you're all right. Klari and Neo quickly ascend to the top. How are you getting up?
Apparently, I'm not climbing.
So Helena, you start to climb, and you get a few feet off, and then you think you're grabbing the route that Piper's directing you to, and you actually grab a different one next to it. And this thing seems to have got damp over time and rotted, and as you do, the whole thing just sort of rips off and just peels off the side of the main body of the route, and you just find yourself slipping and falling back down. You don't take any damage, but you're now sort of stuck at the bottom. The extra weight you put on sort of the two starting footholds is sort of drag them out of the wall. And looking up, you're struggling to see where you're going to start this climb.
I'll just teleport.
Okay. Frustrated, Helena looks up and goes, just teleport straight up.
Yep.
Okay. Carry on. And walk. How are you all proceeding through this? I should ask as well. What's your marching order and how are you walking?
That depends entirely on how dark it is.
It's pretty dark. It would rely on those with dark vision. It is enough light that you're not blind, but it is low enough light. I think these plants are growing all around the walls, and if you've got 40, 50 foot wide tunnel, they're not, the ones on the ceiling are certainly giving you, and they're giving enough light so you to see them, but not enough light to illuminate all the tunnel around.
Let's see. Then I would suggest someone with very good dark vision go at the front. I will offer my services of being very perceptive just behind.
I've got dark vision.
I do not have dark vision.
Any perception checks will be a disadvantage.
That is fine, I got a +9. Okay. Good dark vision. I think you have very good dark vision.
Yeah, I think Harry is superior to that.
Yeah.
120 feet.
Yes. She was very sleepy.
So, your marching order. Who's first?
Well, do you want to go first?
You
Sure.
can go as your probably tank.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, it's probably a good idea for him to go pretty up front, and then I'll go just behind him to try and be somewhat receptive of the.
Shouldn't Clary go second? Because she can see.
Yeah, actually yeah, that's a better point. Alright,
If
so-
she's not going
I
first.
mean, actually, marching order doesn't really matter because this tunnel's so huge, you can all walk along side by side.
Fair enough.
How are you proceeding though? Jauntily,
Uh,
loudly, with a skip in your step?
I would assume pretty stealthily,
Okay.
pretty trying
Yeah.
to be quiet.
Yeah, you guys try and watch your step, try and avoid the little puddles and things where they've pulled on the floor, avoid kicking stones and stuff. Makes you travel a little bit slower, but you do proceed. And after a short amount of time, you see a second cliff looming up ahead of you. This one seems slightly taller, maybe 40-ish feet, but slightly before you get to that, there is a passageway that turns off to your left. This one seems not as large as the main, seems to be the main cavernous tunnel. This one is smaller, maybe only 20 to 30 feet, akin to the size you travel through when you left yourselves.
I see. Yeah, probably head down there then, because I mean, unless anyone wants to try and climb 40 feet, but
Really.
otherwise, yeah, we'll try and head through there and see if we can't. Maybe it'll be another way up, like a humanoid way up.
Okay. You guys walk again, it's another long turn, but this one is a relatively steep angle, it seems up, so you're a little bit puffed by the time you get to the top. But it eventually opens out into a bright, well-lit chamber. It seems the plant matter here has been cultivated in such a way that it gives off bright light, enabling you to see. There is a large, sort of vaguely rectangular room with a number of benches and shelves around the wall. There are some large shelves with racks of some quite valuable looking books upon them, as well as numerous benches and things, some with mundane equipment scattered over it, hammers, tongs, little vices and things. One of the shelves contains small vials of a liquid that their purpose is immediately clear. There's also not a door, just a doorway that leads off to one side as well.
They're hammers, right?
Yeah, there's a
They're like a light hammer. It's like a little.
yeah. This would be this would be like a hammer you have now for like putting in nails and stuff like that.
Cool. I will take one of them.
Yeah. You
Fucking
pick up,
stick.
there's a few of them sort of scattered around. There seem to be little there's a couple of little burners and stuff and a small anvil off in one corner. Together, probably for heating of various things.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. Tomorrow one of them. And
Yeah, so you're currently standing in the entrance looking around. This is what you see upon first glance.
yeah, I'll probably make a perception check just to look around and see if there's anything else potentially useful. Maybe if there's anything that denotes what's in some of these vials as well.
Yeah, perception check is sort of like gathering in your environment, so you can do that if you want. And investigation is a more active search, so like pulling books off the shelves, seeing them. There is this other doorway, you're going through that, seeing what's in there.
Oh, we'll try a bit of both. So
Okay.
22 and 4.
Yeah, so you stand there and you have a look around and you're like, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot, there's a couple of shelves, and each shelf has several dozen books, and they're all of different sizes and thicknesses. Sort of peering through the gloom, you can see them written. Some of them are written in different languages. You see multiple things like scattered about. One of the shelves has like a little cupboard on it. You can see. And in the other room with 22, you do glimpse. It's a little bit less well lit, but you spot what looks through the doorway. What looks like a backpack on the floor on the other side of this doorway. The others of you can have another look around here.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Can I look at all the titles of the books, please?
Yeah, go for it. Investigation check. Okay. So you're looking through these books, but your mind is focused on one particular book. And you scan through the first couple of shelves, and you don't find anything that looks promising. And then about halfway down the third stack of shelves, having pulled open this cupboard, it's full of like these sort of like weird objects on chains, like different like pendants and all those sorts of things. You like shove them all to the side, and in this cupboard, in one corner, there is your book.
My book! Oh, I got my book.
You clutch it to your chest, and a warm feeling spreads through you. And a little bit of confidence having found your book.
Oh, I'll never lose you again.
Die.
Anyone else need anything from any books?
Yeah, too many books. This backpack I found.
Yeah, so you walk through the room, round a couple of benches, and head into the other room. And you've spotted one backpack, but as you step in, you spot a large quantity of backpacks and clothes. And this seems to be almost like a storage room. You have found all your mundane gear.
Everyone's.
Everyone's, yeah. So there are a bunch of backpacks and things in there. Yes.
Is the bag of holding in there? I'm pretending I'm Neo right now.
Yeah. Roll a D100 for me. You look through. Neo looks through. Neo finds his stuff, Stix stuff, Klari stuff, Arwen stuff, all your like backpacks and stuff that you keep all your gear in. And in amongst that is the bag of holding.
Oh, excellent. Right, put all of Arwen and Stix's stuff into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
And that's yes. So we have it all.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
Now you got your bone dagger back. And yeah,
Klari, you
mundane.
also want to make an investigation check.
Which of like Stix and Arwen's things aren't there
Basically,
when this
anything
is?
that's magical is not there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, Klari, you're sort of looking around. You don't really understand this magical equipment or magical experimentation lab, but you do. When Piper calls out that he's found all his stuff, you rush in and you're more focused on like collecting all your stuff and making sure you collect everything, and like you're looking through and like trying to find all the stuff that's. Make sure you've absolutely got everything, and you're focused on this. Make sure you've absolutely got everything of Neo and Stix's and Arwen's and yourselves, rather than looking around this room, so you don't find anything else at this point.
I just walked back to Helena and everyone with my mandolin. I went,
Oh God.
I like hold the end of the string so it doesn't make any noise, but I just. Oh, let's go, folks.
When we go in that place, is there any other stuff in there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like other mundane gear, like different sets of like sort of like leather armor, other backpacks, all sorts of things.
Weapons? Potentially?
Yeah, if you've got mundane weapons, they're sort of just like there's almost like a pile of like daggers and stuff in the corner. Clary, you have to sift through this a little bit to find like your bone dagger and your regular daggers and stuff.
Sweet. Alright, so.
Neo doesn't find his glaive though, unfortunately, and the sword of
Because
Philip
it's
is not
magical.
Interesting.
Because it's magical.
Magical. Were there also any gems in here? Any particularly fancy looking jewels or gems? Or...
No, you find a lot of empty, like looking for sort of the other people's stuff that you reckon is here. And Piper, some of this has quite heavy emotional weight as you look through and you're like, this was Jeff's backpack. Here it had on the strap, he had all the little tally marks for every time he had broken his neck. And you know, you find several different stuff, and it seems like the coin pouches have been emptied. You guys managed to find your own gold. Klari, Neo, Arwen.
Not Stix, he has no money.
It seems like they haven't yet been cleared out.
Fantastic.
As if maybe the magical items were the focus of it initially, and there hasn't quite been time to sort through some of this stuff.
Excellent.
I do remember.
Add those things amongst your funds, then you can pick them up again. If not, then you don't find any extras.
I think you gave me like 710 gold.
I did give you some more gold, yes, than your starting gold.
Yes.
Very well on your additional funds.
That I did. Yeah.
I said 3d10, and I'll multiply them together, and you got like a 9 and a 10 and something else.
Yes, a 9,
like
7.
A 5 and 9 and a 7 and 9 and 10 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Cool! I'm loaded, motherfucker. I'm loaded, bitches!
And I think what I'll say is that's probably, now you guys have found your stuff, a good time for a break, because I'm sweating in this heat, and
Yes.
get myself another drink.
Yes, that is probably a good idea. Yeah.
Back in 5 minutes.
Onward.
Alrighty, back to
Upward.
it. So you guys are in this magical experimentation lab. There's bits of equipment and things scattered all over the place. Piper, with your 22 perception, you were looking for gems, and you do spot there is one on the far side of the room. There's a couple of like hammers and things on the bench next to it. The bench itself seems to have like a hardened plate of steel. And then there is one sort of bluish gem. Seems to be like held in like a little like tri-grip. I'm moving over towards it and looking at it. You can see that it has this crack in it. The crack doesn't seem to be like a physical crack. You run your hand across it and it's not like a physical crack on the outside. The inside there seems to have shattered and be almost like shot through with black tendrils where like this crack has gone through. Almost like something exploded inside the gem itself.
Whoa.
And then like little like black like tendrils of explosion have like shot through what would have formed physical cracks. But the outside is unmarred.
Is it a diamond?
It is not a diamond.
Ah.
Showing
Why
the
do you...
group, Clary, you recognise one of the crystals, this is indeed the lightning crystal, from your dagger, has been shattered in some way. You can see now, looking at the bench top, there is like an impact point, a dent, and then like a blast of soot around in this perfect circle around, with this void in the centre. Seems this crystal was struck and broken.
Crystal.
How many... You had 6 different things you could choose from, right? 6 different crystals you could choose from. Was it only 4?
There was lightning, cold, fire, poison, I think.
I think I remember it being... I thought I remembered it being 6, but I might be wrong.
It was all the physical elements.
Yeah, yes.
Lightning, fire, cold, poison. Yeah, cool.
Lightning, fire, cold, poison. I see.
Didn't one already shatter as well?
No, Clary was talking about shattering one as a
Oh, okay.
stage.
Well, now you've only got 3.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do in this room?
I would like to... no. I think Piper's probably just focused on getting out.
Okay.
Are there like pieces of the crystal, or has it been like...
The crystal itself is intact and whole, and as you run your finger over the outside of it, it's smooth like it was before. But inside there is this like spider web of an explosive blast in black shot through the blue of the crystal itself.
You could sell that.
I'm going to take the crystal.
You could so sell that. For... yeah. That sounds really cool, actually. Ow! Oh, my head.
Oh, hold on. Can I... Does detect magic work on like objects that are magical?
Yes, that is literally what it's for.
Oh, I thought it was like to detect.
Oh shit, yeah, I have detect magic.
I'm detecting some magic, please.
Can you cast detect magic?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there are a number of magical items scattered about. Indeed, the cupboard in the corner that you open where you find a book lights up when you cast this spell. Lots of different colours for the different sort of magical auras associated with the different sort of schools that the owners were proficient in, and as well as sort of the deities that the holy symbols sort of pertaining to. So it's almost like this colour sort of almost starts blazing with different dots of light. So all these things are magical. A couple of the books light up, as well as some of the tools have a magical aura around them.
Can I look back in that cupboard, see if there's anything that captures my eye?
The main things in the cupboard are arcane focuses, so there's a handful of
Okay.
arcane focuses.
No, don't care for them. Okay, cool.
Tools.
Pardon?
Could I have a look at the tools?
Yeah. Yeah, the tools seem to have a very basic level enchantment, very soft, glowing light to them, and then this sort of like burner in the corner has a magical, has like an evocation school of magic to it. The tools themselves have a like a low level, just like probably abjuration magic to them. It's like almost like a protectiveness enchantment you guess to make them more durable and last longer.
Okay.
Particularly under a transformed dragon's manipulations. You can imagine a beast like that would have much more power and strength than its humanoid form would traditionally rely on visual inspection.
Sick. Okay, never mind then. We move on.
Okay. So again, you head back down. Out of here, you're feeling a little bit better, having got your equipment and things like that back. Found your armours of various descriptions. However, Pubby, you haven't found your coat yet.
I haven't.
You haven't.
And it
No.
bothers me deeply. I'm literally never leaving without that thing.
And so, you take you a little while, moving through the damp tunnel down. It's coming up, it was okay, but there's a couple of points where your feet sort of slip and slide on this slight incline where there's lots of water run down. But you get down to the bottom and you are faced with the choice. Do you guys descend up this 40-foot cliff, or are you going to turn back right to go back where you came?
Should we climb?
Does anyone have upon them now any rope
Yeah.
to sort of like get up there and then use that sort of tie it off? Yeah, so I feel like if we could use that. Oh, I can use all my spells now, it's fantastic. So if we got some rope, and we're able to climb up. I sadly don't have a rope. I have a disguise kit and a candle. But if we use that, and then I could try and climb up with it first, and then one at the top, try and tie it off with something, and then so can I take it, try and climb the 40 foot, and then see if there's anything I can tie it off with.
Okay. Yeah, make an athletics check for your Piper to climb up first. Yeah, so you climb up to the top. No problem. Again, use a similar technique as well. Combination of grabbing the rock itself and grabbing these roots that are going through it. You get to the top. Make
Before
a dexterity check to tie off this rope.
And there's nothing, it seems, at the top of this.
No, similarly again, it doesn't seem. Although as you get to the top, you can see another pathway at the top. A little ways down the tunnel seems to lead off left again.
Okay. Can I use... One sec. Could I use... No, it's useless. Never mind, yes, I will do a dexterity check to tie it off. 11.
So you find what you think is a suitable route, and you tie it around and you drop the rope down. And once you climb with the aid of the rope, you can make an athletics check with advantage.
Probably just like still hold on to it though, because I, as much as I feel like I've done a decent job, I just want to make sure that it doesn't move or accidentally detach.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Helena, you're climbing first.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, you climb up in the end of the rope. Nice and easy, get to the top. No problem.
Cool.
Separate check for your Piper.
Oh, Nelly. Better get you on. Crap.
As Helena climbed up, you felt the rope like pull in your hand, and you like grabbed onto it to secure it. And as you like climbed to the top, there was this almost imperceptible, like the noise of her like scrabbling over the top, almost managed to disguise the cracking sound that came from this root that you tried to work around.
Okay, I'll untie it, and I'll say, okay, Helena, we need to hold the rope for everyone else to get up, because that thing's gonna crack. And yeah, we gotta do that.
Okay.
Let's hold it, and then hopefully everyone else can climb up a little bit better.
Mhm.
So one of you make a strength check with advantage, or you can both make strength checks.
What's your strength?
Nothing.
Well, this is not the previous group. Let's say that for certain. Could I use? I used my bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Yourself.
Crap.
Ooh. I cast. Wait. Is this an ability check?
Yeah. Yes.
I cast guidance. Ooh.
Fantastic.
That
With advantage.
you don't get advantage
Oh,
if she's casting guidance, because that's an action.
fuck it. I don't care. I'll take the guidance. Sure.
What does guidance do? Hold on.
1d4 to an ability check.
Okay. Clary, are you going next, or are you going to
Take 4. So that's an 18.
Nice.
Thanks. That's.
14. So, with Piper holding the throat, and Piper, like, it slips a little bit in your hands, only like a couple of inches, but you're gripping it really tightly, so you can feel the burn. That reminds you of the burning pain from your wrists, where you've been bound before. But you do.
I don't like it.
You, like, grab a foot around. You grab like one hand around Helena's ankle to stop yourself slipping off, to anchor yourself, and one hand's like over the edge holding the rope, and it's straining the little barred shoulders that normally only hold the loot. You feel something pop, and you feel like you're gonna get that figure that you always wanted of that broad-chested, powerful person, but it's only gonna be because your shoulders have dislocated. But
Actually, yeah. Before I we slightly retconned and said before I pick it up, I'm just gonna turn myself into like a big lumbering orc, just to like. I mean, I know it has no help whatsoever,
yeah,
but like in his own mind, he thinks, okay,
yeah.
you're huge. You're huge.
Yeah, you do that, and you like spread your weight out. And Clary, there's a little like heart-stopping moment in the middle when the rope does slip a couple of inches, but Piper grips on tight, and you steady yourself. And, like one hand like on the rope, and with one other hand sort of like using it like a ladder on the slick surface of the wall. And you make your way up.
Fantastic.
And Neo gets a natural 20, so he just scrambles up. Having seen this, Neo likes not to use the rope and just climbs next to it. Straight up. He like follows the rope as he comes.
Oh, how
Looks like it was probably like his rope or something, just like wraps like the neatly coiled rope over himself as he goes.
so sweet. What a good man.
So we continue.
You guys all stand there at the top of this this ledge. As you do so, looking around, checking all themselves. Creaks, sort of echoes down the corridor towards you. And casting your eyes around, you see a rat on the floor.
A rat.
It sort of pulls itself up on its hind legs, and claws up and sniffing in the air.
It's just a normal ass rat.
It looks like a normal rat.
Cool. I will say, hello, rat.
Oh my god.
Did it think, when I said hello, did it, put its head to the side? Does that mean, it understood me? Do you understand me, rat? Do you know what I say?
Scratching its ear with its little paw.
It's either a human, or if it's a rat, just a normal rat. I don't. Or is it a mutant rat? It's a human turned into a rat or a mutant rat?
I feel like these things would have eaten. I mean, this is a big dark den. I feel like, a rat's not the worst thing in the world to see. Not the most out of place thing to see down here.
What if it's a spy?
What if you are paranoid?
What if I stab you?
As Helena says that, not the stabbing line, the spy, Klari, something from what feels like weeks ago jogs in the back of your mind that you read when you were researching this mountain. You ended up sort of reading a little bit more into dragons in general rather than this specific mountain. And read that dragons do sometimes have minions and creatures that unnaturally follow their orders and their commands inside their lairs.
Oh, dude.
Ray Frost. Ray Frost.
Okay. Well, what does Klari say as this is information that's occurring in her mind?
Tell them what I remember reading.
Okay. So you quickly regurgitate this information into rapid fire. At which point, Piper, you cast Ray of Frost. Is it an attack roll or a saving throw?
It's an attack roll. I just make a little almost like a little blade of frost, of like an icicle in my hand and throw it. Die, rat, die. I'm not Stix.
Don't worry, I was going to kick it off the ledge, so I'm not Arwen.
That's fair. Ray of Frost. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that definitely hits a rat. With almost
fuck
even
yes.
disadvantage for being in the dark.
That is not the roll you want, but fine. 7 damage. Cold damage, that is.
Yeah, it's a rat.
Fantastic.
So yeah, this thing just it's sort of a little bit hunched over on its back legs, and all of a sudden as this light shoots towards it, it's just rears back, and yeah, before you have a little ratsicle. It's like in a little comedy block of ice with its tail sticking out, frozen solid.
Cool. If it's like a little solid block of ice, I'll just go over and pick up the little block of ice and walk over to the 40-foot ledge and...
I was going to say the same.
Yeah, you have it disappears down and just as it scatters across the floor.
This group don't take no shit from any...
I was going to say, let's drop it down there so we can tell how far down the bottom is.
I mean, you just climbed up it.
Yeah, but we just climbed up a bit. I figure it's
Oh, wait, so it's not like a ledge. It was just like a... Oh, okay. Okay.
You just climbed up
I was thinking this is... I was imagining this massive hole thing and like we were just off the edge, like on a little ledge thing, and then we climbed up onto another ledge. But that's not what we're
Not
in.
the situation. No, there's like a tunnel
Okay.
going along, and then at one point in the tunnel, basically there's like a giant step in the tunnel.
Oh, okay,
As
okay.
if it was designed to impede
Nice.
those that could not fly.
Excellent. Exciting.
I dislike this.
So, turning around, you can see the tunnel carries on again at this slight incline, glowing green plants. Portions of the wall. And off to the left you see another tunnel. This one is set up in the wall, though, very slightly. It's about a 10-foot rise off the ground. If you wish to go up there.
If that's the only way we can go.
No, that's a pathway off. The tunnel carries on beyond you. So that's another pathway to the left.
I feel like we might as well investigate, like, whatever pathways we can. Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. As you wander over and you help each other up this low ledge, floating into this, you begin to walk along, and the floor is different here. Most of the floor you've been walking on has been sort of scuffed and scratched and not, earthy and stone, just like a natural tunnel or a cave. Now, as you step onto this place, you notice that you are standing on neatly carved square blocks that run a straight path, run straight and then very slightly step down, maybe every sort of 10 or 15 feet or so. There's not even like a full sort of like 6-inch step, it's only like a half step in terms of height down, but it runs along a bit and steps down, runs along a bit and steps down. It's quite a large tunnel. You can see the walls and things have again been extricated to accommodate a dragon's large size. And the floor has been scratched, you can assume, from claw marks, but these are neatly carved stone blocks. The pathway runs for about 3-4 minutes before you open out into another. This room is square and well lit. There are benches and racks running down in other places. You can see tapestries and statues. You seem to have entered some sort of gallery. There are pictures on the walls. There's little statuettes, tapestries, paintings, all sorts scattered all over the place. Scattered is the wrong word. They are all very neatly organised and arranged.
Are these all like dragons, or are they of something else? I would assume they're like dragons and stuff.
There are lots of different ones. There's lots of like random little like statuettes and busts and things like that around. Nice carpets on the floor. You can see on one side there seem to be 5 sets of coloured robes. And indeed, actually, glancing in that direction, Piper, you immediately spot a 6th mannequin, like little like mannequins and like torsos and things without heads. You immediately spot a 6th one beside it, with a very familiar looking coat on it.
Oh.
You can find your coat.
Yes!
But yeah, there are several nice carpets on the floor, there's tapestries. The 5 sets of robes are in 5 different colours. There is white, black, green, blue and red. They all seem to have matching belts, except for the green one, which has a belt made of bladed leather instead of cotton like the others. It's dark leather rather than a matching material to the robes. Is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, there are lots of large paintings. One painting you can see is of a silver-haired knight riding a horse with 2 swords poking out from over its shoulders. A figure carrying a stringed instrument walks beside him. Another is a group of 9, led by a wizard in a grey hat, walking across a large open plain. 4 of them appear to be either half-elves or children. The third is a castle with a large grounds beside a lake and a large forest. Small boats can be seen in the water. Several busts and things, elegant pairs of statuettes. Some of the things hanging on the wall seem to be covering mosaics behind. You can investigate. And indeed, one of the pictures on the wall seems to be of a large figure in plate mail. However, they are a peculiar figure because you can see the creature they are riding is not a horse. It's a hedgehog. And the hand gripping the reins is furry and poor.
Yeah?
And although they have this elegantly large, oversized helmet with the visor closed, 2 holes in the top of the helmet allow for large, white, fluffy ears to poke out of the head. And they are holding up this. One hand is holding the reins, and they're standing proudly, riding their hedgehog as they point forward with a sword. I think you find some picture of some sort of bunny knight riding a hedgehog.
Oh my god!
A giant hedgehog.
Is there a giant hedgehog here?
Only in the picture. But
No.
There are some more pictures and things for you to potentially.
But Piper and Stix, when he's alive, fully believes there is a giant hedgehog somewhere within these walls. It needs to be saved.
Those are some of the things immediately on display in this elaborate art chamber.
Can I once again detect magic on everything?
Yes.
So this weird...
There's also, in the centre of the room, well, sort of in the centre of the room, there is a large oversized sort of chest-like statue. Indeed, it has a symbol of a very faded and worn, but it has a symbol on it of a shield divided into 6 with a spear behind.
Shield divided into 6 with a spear behind.
There is a large, what looks like sarcophagus type device.
Oh god, not another one.
And there are, but yes, if you cast detect magic on it, the things that immediately light up to you are the coat that Piper has rushed towards and is pulling off this mannequin and throwing on himself, as well as the belt that stands out, the belt on this green set of robes, has a magical aura to it, as well as the red set of robes themselves.
Do I know what kind of magic they have? Like what kind of
The red set would be a school of abjuration, and probably the same for the other one. These would be abjuration schools.
Could Piper walk over to the belt and I don't know. Actually, can I go to the sarcophagus thing?
Yeah.
Is there anything on it to maybe say who this is? Is this the Bunny Knight from yonder year? Or is this some other...
There does appear to be what might have been a carving of the figure themselves, and I'm not sure. But there is a lot of almost like crumbling and fading, so the features are very indistinct and uniform. The symbol, like etched on the front of this thing, almost looks like it was inlaid with something that has either deteriorated and decayed out, or has been removed, you don't know. But it looks like there was a groove or a recess that something was inlaid into. It could have been decorative and valuable, and so therefore was scratched out by the dragon.
People in Kavran, especially from a historical point of view, were they necessarily buried with precious items? For example, a nice ring, or wearing a very fancy necklace, or anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking maybe this thing inside has one of the diamonds we're looking for, maybe. Cool. In which case, I would like to pull out or pull off the lid of the sarcophagus as gently and quietly as I possibly can.
Yeah. Okay, so make a strength check for me.
Also, as a sidebar, my coat now has butterflies flying around it.
Oh god.
The actual butterflies just fucking...
While they're doing this, Klari, what are you up to? Is there anything you'd like to investigate?
Alright.
A couple of items have a faint magical aura has been pointed out to you. There are some other things. There are nice sort of rugs and stuff like that, or carpets. There are a few sort of... there's a number of mosaics that are partially concealed behind paintings that have been hung on the walls, or like placed on stands in front of them on the walls. Pacing carefully around the room, he's like picked up one of these paintings and starts to like move it out of the way to look at the mosaic behind, it seems.
I'll take a look with Neo.
I mean, yeah, you can like just roll an investigation check if you want, and with advantage with Neo's help, and something interesting. 21. Okay, so we'll come back to you momentarily. I'll say that you trying to like lift this thing off slowly and carefully because it's quite heavy. This thing is also like stood up, so like as you're trying to like pull it towards you, you're trying to not like get the weight to shift massively, and so it's quiet and everything like that. So Neo and Klari, you go around and you kind of sort of move some of these. They're very beautiful paintings out of the way, but Neo seems quite intent for whatever reason on looking at the mosaic behind, and you find that there seem to be 5 distinct ones. And each one has a little name engraved at the bottom. excuse me. The first one reads The Battle of the Boromir Plains. It depicts a large-scale battle set before the castle. Two armies arrayed against each other. The castle is made from dark grey stone. On a balcony, there is a small figure depicted surveying scenery. The second one is called Ruin of Zuriel's Fist. Always get the pronunciation of this mixed up. Might be Zariel's Fist. And which one's the demon?
Zariel.
Zariel. Yeah, that's me getting it wrong. The Ruin of Zariel's Fist. Before Ben has a panic. But no.
I've slightly panicked. And by
Sorry, that should be Zariel. The Ruin of Zariel's Fist. It is a close-up shot, almost looking in through the gates of this castle that now lay shattered and burning. Stones from crumbling towers litter the courtyard inside. The third, Ruin and Loss. It is a wide, panoramic picture of a figure on dragonback, high in the air, looking down over an arid, scoured yellow and brown landscape. The fourth is called For the People, and it depicts a group of knights in armour with similar matching motifs, locked in combat with a group of pale-skinned, red-eyed, black-armoured individuals. The fifth is called Flames of Despair. The figure stands alone in a circle of fire. Flames lock their arms and legs to the floor. And so it seems that this chamber was already beautifully decorated before Ixin decided to turn it even more so into his art chamber. And as you and Neo are moving these paintings out of the way so you can look at these pictures on the wall, Piper, you finally managed to remove the cover from this. You've maybe like wiggled a dagger in the gap and like broken a seal or something. You stumble back as the weight comes, and there's almost like a squelching sound as you take a step back with it, and like lowering it to the floor, sort of rests at an angle, and looking down at it, you can see that there is a large wooden, no other word for it, stake protruding from the inside of this sarcophagus lid.
Oh god, put it back on.
The stake is
Put it back on.
slick and wet with blood.
Put it back on.
And as you hear this noise and you turn around, Helena, you can see that there is a slight glowing aura on
Put it back on. Put it back on.
Oh,
Look up.
I did it.
A large figure, gaunt and pale, but untouched by the ravage of time. A deep red, oozing hole in their chest slowly closes.
Put it back on.
That have not taken a breath in many, many years. Eyes open,
Whole person.
blood red. You cast whole person?
Yep, wisdom save, DC 1917.
Okay, 1 second. Grab a stat block.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I may have brought a vampire back to life. Okay.
That is a 16.
A 16. It's held.
So as it like breathes and opens its eyes and almost like leans forward a fraction, cast whole person. And you can see it's sort of like you can see behind its eyes anger. Oh, Stix.
Okay.
Dudes, everyone,
Yeah,
put this back on
yeah, I'm just
now.
gonna say, everyone, help me get this fucking thing back on. As I'm saying that, can I quickly glance at it? Does it have anything fancy on it?
Make a perception check real quick.
Do
Right.
not
Let's say that's your
touch
action
it.
before we roll initiative.
Shit. This could be bad. 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 17.
It doesn't have any obvious riches.
Cool. Then slamming that thing back on. But initiative. Oh, fucking 7. Come on. +6 to initiative.
How do you get +6 to initiative?
Because I have 4 dex and initiative counts as a dexterity
Yes,
skill.
it does, doesn't it?
Which means, actually, I realised this, you could power play the assassin rogue by getting expertise in initiative. Therefore, always going first in initiative, getting your critical hit.
Can you get expertise in initiative though?
It is a skill check. And therefore, I don't see why not.
But could you then argue that you get expertise in strength checks?
No, but a strength check is a base ability check. Initiative is almost like a acrobatics check. It is a dexterity initiative check.
Maybe. So, Klari, what have you got?
He's got. Oh no! Shit!
Fucking hell, right.
It's gone first.
So we have.
Oh, and if it doesn't, if it gets out of that whole person, that's going to be.
There it is.
Oh, you sent a vampire after us after the fucking paladin's dead, you ass!
I didn't send it after you. You opened it.
Oh.
You opened it without making any investigation checks whatsoever.
I rolled the thing.
You rolled a strength check to open it.
Oh yeah. Things.
Right, what am I doing?
Things
I'm
inside
initiative.
this should be dead permanently. Why has Uxin just got this shit sort of just hanging around?
I'll tell you for why. Because the knights buried this shit here, as you knew, because you knew to come here because you knew they'd been here. And he likes it here because it's a nice fancy art chamber, so he stored his art there.
Bastard.
Yeah. That's for why. So yeah, he goes first.
So the knights had nothing to do with Neo's dad. But then why were they... Oh, I'm so confused at this point.
No, I think they
when we're
did.
not in combat, I will happily answer some questions based on the information I've also already given you. But first thing first, this guy needs to make a saving throw.
I reckon they did, but this is either a lieutenant or this is yeah, I think it's the end of his turn he gets to make that.
Yes. What I'm actually going to do is...
So I reckon this is either one of his lieutenants. This has got to be right.
Yeah, so you feel, Piper, that this figure moves and you see it reacts, tenses its muscles and leans forward and the spell drops.
Shit.
That's
Well,
the end of its turn.
That is fine. You know what? That is totally okay.
Neo is up next. He turns around hearing you shout for help. Turns around and goes, "No!" And Misty steps over. And is going to make 2 attacks. Oh, in his haste though, Neo unfortunately forgets he hasn't got his glaive, only has a stick, and misses.
Could you not have just helped me put the thing back on? and impaled it once again on the fucking thing. Oh, Neo. Neo. You fool.
Yeah. He's got his reasons. At
That's
this
fair.
point, this thing is going to use what I like to call a legendary action.
Oh me.
And
We're all
huge
dead again.
steps out of this. It steps out of the sarcophagus, rolls its shoulders and cracks its neck, and two large leathery wings sprout from its back. And the tops of the wings have long bony protrusions sticking out of them. And as you look at them, they almost seem to pulse, and something is like secreted over these spines. Yeah. And so can Neo and only Piper, who's currently within range, both make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, I'd love to, because I'm actually like,
You get a +3 from Neo's aura.
fuck yeah. It's plus 11. So
Fails, even though he gets his own aura.
I get a 14.
That also fails with a 14.
Yeah, I
So
figured.
the two of you, like these wings. I should bring this out. It stands on the spot and spins, and these wings are thrust out, and the two of you are buffeted back 10 feet. At which point, I think I'm going to say, let's have a nap.
Yes.
Oh, not a nap.
No, not
Sad.
a nap.
Not a nap.
Um,
Oh, shit. Oh,
Oh,
there's
this
bugs
is very pretty.
and a horse.
Oh no, it's that man.
this man is Paul,
Ah,
Piper,
are the squares,
yeah,
when we use bridge the squares, not the...
use the squares on the map.
Okay. Cool.
This side.
Oh,
Klari. Oh, we don't have any of our magic items except for my coat that I can change the colour of. And
is that all it can do?
I can change the colour, the pattern, and I can make non-harmful illusory effects like the butterflies you see before.
Oh god.
I kind of went the opposite way with this.
Fair.
Just fucking. You grab the text. Things and stuffs.
Further away down. I won't be too far away. You're going a little bit further away down here, like from near East Mystic. So the geography of this room, because it's not 100% clear, this is like the best approximation of a map that I could find. The doorway is down here. There's like a couple of different levels to it, but other than that, this level is only sort of waist high, so you can, with like a banister, so you can quite easily vault up there, with just a little bit of movement. But Neo has had his turn, so Piper has been pushed back 10 feet, Neo has been pushed back 10 feet. Alina,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What did you say he's done?
So
This
he's
guy?
stepped out of this. He's resisted Piper's spell. I keep wanting to call
Yeah.
it Stix. It can take me a little while to get used to that. He's resisted Piper's spell, and then has almost summoned these wings onto his back.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere. He span around and like, used the wings to buff it. You haven't taken any damage. You've just been pushed back by the force of being hit by these wings.
Okay.
Push, Piper and Neo have been pushed away from him.
Oh, cool.
And there's
Well.
also just sort of looks at himself. This wasn't friendly now, was it?
I'm going to do the obvious. Kapow.
That'll hit.
Wow.
There's something. Where's the bit? Hold on.
You roll it twice.
I roll it twice.
Yes. So rather
Why
than
do I-
a cantrip for you doing multiple damage dice, you get multiple blasts. No, you have to roll to hit twice.
Oh, so I was.
Right?
No, she just does the damage. It just happens.
No.
Oh.
24, that also hits.
Within
Also, hold on. I also add my charisma modifier to the damage.
That's being done automatically.
Is it?
Yeah, if you hover over it.
Oh. God damn it. Okay, cool.
13 damage. What do you Eldritch Blast look like?
Big old purple balls of light with black sparkle bits. And go pew pew.
Two purple spheres, you conjure one in each hand and throw them out, shot through with like swirling black things that sort of like tumble around as it flies through the air.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good here.
Okay. Klari.
Yeah, I think Helena just hit him with some Eldritch Blast.
Rushing in down the aisle between the practice. Stacked up.
I would like to cast sleep.
Cast sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
I've got my slow.
5 PA. Feel like this guy is probably beefy. But yeah, give it a go. That's 28. That's a decent roll.
Yeah, you run in, cast a spell. Unfortunately, he doesn't even falter in his step. Comes out of his spin and looks towards you as you cast a spell and just cuts his head to the side. As for you.
Oh no.
Thank you.
You still can?
Wait, we didn't have to fight?
Quite unfriendly.
There's no such thing as an ice.
I never watched
No!
or anything else to run by this.
Free at last after being in prison for so long. Those bothersome nights.
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't a good guy.
One chance. Maybe before.
Got a leaflet or anything?
He smiles, and as he does so, his teeth extend into the classic vampire grin. Large in sizes.
You know, that is really, really tempting. However,
Do I get wings?
do we get classes on how to look like all edgy and stuff? You know? Is that a thing? No?
Can you tell me about this club? I need to know more.
Yeah, I feel like you're asking us for, you know, entry into this thing, but really we don't have any idea.
Is it a pyramid scheme? Because I'm not about that.
Yeah, I'm not really about any of that kind of pyramid stuff. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. If there's matching outfits, I'm sorry, I'm not about it. I need to keep this coat. Can I keep the coat? That's that thing.
I haven't made any choice. You haven't told me anything.
Yeah, you haven't told us anything like that.
Tell me.
How long is like training? Do we need training for this kind of thing? Or is it just sort of like that? You know.
Can I go outside?
Yeah, cool stuff. Ah.
Can I? Well. Oh, okay. Ooh. I need to write this down.
Okay.
But also, at the same time, JJ, is there vampires where I'm from? Or is this like
aware of a little
weird?
Bit of the mythology of vampires.
Okay.
As much
So
or
you-
as little as everyone else.
So you serve a master, who in turn serves a master called the one who's enslaved below, or caged below, or chained below, or something. From what I gather about your organization, it's not a very free role. There is a lot of being captured and enslaved and things. I'm not really about that. And the coffins, I mean, I need at least a double coffin. Like, I need my room when I'm sleeping. You know, I roll, I kick in my sleep.
Needs extra space in his bed.
He does. This is a problem. So, you know, with that, I think personally, and you know, this is just me. My answer is well, it's going to be no. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pad. Assuming it is my turn, unless he's going to do some legendary action bullshit.
So, if that's in the cleric turn, then you can cast that.
Hypnotic Pad.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Hypnotic pattern created a twisting pattern of colours that weave through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. Patterns appear for a moment and vanish. Each creature within the area who sees the pattern will make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed is dispelled, the creature is incapacitated and is speed 0. The spell ends for the affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
You cast a spell, lights appear through the air. What do they look like for you?
It's sort of, I kind of imagine it sort of like spotlights. Like I sort of like go like that, and suddenly like all these like very like theatrical spotlights kind of just flash around.
So you're just a big disco ball.
Kind of, yeah. It is almost like this sort of like
maybe like akin to being in front of the paparazzi. So you've just got like all these like flashbulbs going on.
Yeah, imagine it as like like spotlights you get in like the theater sort of thing.
Dunk, and this
And they're all like different colours, and they all sort of like come on in all these different like areas.
You can make a spotlight a really angled beam. So from all around, you've just got all these coloured beams of light.
Yeah, and they're all just like everywhere, and yeah, they all just sort of come on, and and this guy then potentially gets hypnotic patterned if he rolls decently or well or badly.
Yeah, unfortunately he rolled a 19 on the dice.
Silvery Bobs.
Fuck that spell. Okay.
Silvery Bob.
Remind me what Silvery Barbs does, Ben. It's just
I will.
isn't it?
I will gladly do it. So you magically distract a triggering creature and turns momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. Triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose a different creature you can see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll as a check or saving throw.
It's such good when I'm using it, damn it.
It's such a busted spell.
Unfortunately, that's a result of a 20.
Oh, this son of a bitch. Well, then I choose a different creature I can see, and that creature gets advantage. So I'm going to give it to...
Here's a question about that. Is that technically casting a leveled spell, 2 leveled spells per turn? I'm gonna say it's fine for now, and we'll pick that one up after the session and work out.
It is though, isn't it? 'Cause it's on my turn that I'm doing.
But then you can't cast a spell and then counter. If they counter spell, you can't. Can you reaction counter spell?
Oh yeah, you can reaction counter spell to a counter spell because that's your reaction.
Yeah.
You can't do it on your turn, but a reaction isn't part of your turn. It is your reaction.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool.
Either way.
Either way.
But then I will give that Silvery Barb's advantage to Neo, who's near me and clearly quite angry and is somewhat tanky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's like little you pull almost from the lights, you combine them all into this little silver mote and toss it over to Neo.
Yep. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to do... I don't think I'm going to do anything. I don't think I can do anything. No, I don't think I can. So instead, then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to hide behind Helena. And I'm going to go, don't worry, it's fine, I've got you. I don't. I'm hiding.
Okay.
You have attacks and shit. Oh, God. And how many times have you said you're going to kill me? I literally need to do that.
Why would you put yourself closer to her then?
Because
Exactly.
between me and her is a vampire guy. With her, I at least know we're on the same side until we're outside of here. This guy.
Well, at the end of your turn,
That's just these spells not wasted.
does another legendary action, and he extends his hand out, and materializing into his hand almost like from his hand growing up and down is this long staff, which at the bottom is capped with this silver studded point that bangs onto the ground. And at the top, as it rises up to the top, you start to see this serrated, curved blade sticks out of the window from the top, curving into the point, and holding its long side. And it lifts it through the air, and this green, aquatic energy strikes it in a line. Can Alina and Piper both make con saves, please?
I'd rather not. I'm not Stix anymore, so I don't get like a +4 to everything I do. I only get +2, which is, oh my god, nice. Oh. New characters represent.
Cool. I can put all these dice down then, as you both pass the save. You feel this energy trying to drain life from you, but revitalized with your recently found freedom, desperate to escape, you both resist the draining effect from this necrotic line. It is now his turn. His wings flap and he just rises into the air. Not attacking him. I'm being attacked and I'm doing fake attacks, don't attack me.
That's great, JJ. We've got a vampire attacking us.
Yes. So he rises into the air. Neo seemed ineffective. So he's going to go for Neo. Also, he can do his charge. So,
Whatever you roll, it probably hits.
So he charges, so he swoops and charges towards it. So one is a 9 and one is a 14.
14 hits.
14. Okay. You take 12 slashing damage. And can you make a strength save for me? That's a fail. You take an additional 9 damage, and are pushed 10 feet away.
What, 9 just normal damage?
Pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
Piper, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, don't like making saving throws. They suck, but dex saves I'm pretty good at. Oh no! Come on, Piper.
It's alright, you beat a 10. So as this thing flies in, you almost like duck out of the way from behind Helena, and you see it strike, and the scythe comes in and makes 2 slashes real quick. The second one, the force pushes Helena back.
Fuck.
Duck out of the way. Then steps forwards, fangs bared. Yeah, that's That. So, yeah, that's going to be a 20 feet.
Shit! Let me just check some. Let me just check some. No one.
Okay. You take 7 piercing damage as it bites into you.
Ow.
And he regains 7 hit points.
Also, ow. Not nice. Not nice.
That's his turn. They are both going to hit. Two-hand damage. 15. Then how many divine smites is Neo going to pump into this one? I'm thinking all of them?
All of them. It's undead, so he gets.
So third level divine smite is 5d8. So 5d8 for divine smite. You can punch both of them in. So first level is 2, so 3. Third level is 4, plus 1 for being undead. 2 third level divine smites. That's another 20.
Entirely fair.
That's 10. This is 10d8. Using both spell slots. 39 plus the 15 weapon damage. 54 damage.
Jesus!
Very nice.
Go my fucking guy.
I mean, that's Neo's most powerful attack done, but Paladins, what's this there for? And then, as a bonus action, Neo will point his makeshift staff towards this creature and speaks words in Infernal. You can see almost like a smirk on this guy's face. Challenge ability to enter his vow of enmity and gain advantage on all attack rolls against this creature for 1 month. Yeah, having just been pummeled for a good chunk of hit points, can Piper, Helena, and Neo all make dexterity saving throws again.
Why? Oh, slow.
Oh, thanks.
Guys, like, having seen this as the wings come in and suddenly burst out, he spins on the spot again, rising up into the air. You guys will duck and manage to avoid being pushed back. That's the end of Neo's
turn.
Yes, I was going to say.
I'm going to. Can your guy make a wisdom saving throw?
21.
Okay, don't worry then. Well, that's one of my 2 spell slots. Great. Cool. Glad that worked.
Yeah, warlocks are rough.
I can't do anything. Excellent. Well, that's that. Nice seeing you guys. Just gonna... Can I, like, jump over here?
Yeah, you can like vault over that.
Excellent. I'm gonna do that. I'm not really in space.
You would get an attack against you, except Piper is kind of providing full cover.
Yeah.
I am the most heroic.
So, bye.
Cool.
No. I don't think I've got anything else.
Can I move over these benches a minute?
Pardon?
Can I move over these benches there?
Yeah, you can vault over them. It costs a little bit of it's like difficult terrain to vault over them, but you can do so, no problem.
Oh yeah. For some reason our thing has decided to refresh.
Vault over. Unfortunately, 15 misses. Trying to strike at him, but in your haste, like sliding over the benches and you misstep coming down. And strike, you don't quite land. The wind behind him is buffeting him and trying to strike.
Yeah, I will do an offhand.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, that'll hit. See, as he sees this strike coming in, he tries to like pull his wings in to protect himself, but he manages to get too far and pierce through that gap. Roll that stick. And you see, you manage, like, as he's like turning to face you, you manage to find, and this is like a bone damage with wood. You find a mark pretty close to that hole that has healed over for the most part, but it's still like a bloody wound in his chest. And you strike there and it hisses. And you see that his fangs have extended, but almost like as he hisses and snarls, the paleness of his skin almost turns, rather than being white, turns grey. And you can see black veins pulsing in his temple. And you can do 37, 38, 46 damage. Anything else on your turn?
No, you can best. No, that's okay.
Okay.
Thanks. She needs to roll. She needs to roll D8.
Roll a d8 for your crit.
Ah.
We need all the effects we can get.
A 1. 1 is disarmed. As you do so, you see like his fingers go limp, and this side drops from his grip. It doesn't clatter to the floor as you'd expect. As it drops, it almost becomes immaterial and sinks through the floor. At the end of the turn, he's going to use X. Second action to rise up. And he rises up into the air, straight up. And he's now flying 40 feet up in the air.
Bastard.
Right,
Is that-
flaps his wings and just straight up, moving at such a sudden speed. Too fast for anyone to get a reaction to attack.
Figured as much. Fuck, I was
40
gonna.
feet in the air.
Oh, I was gonna go ham on
He's
him.
like flown up, like hovered in the like. He's done a thing where he's like gripped onto the ceiling.
What can I do to bring him down to the ground? I'm assuming it's my turn.
Yeah, it is
I could do that. I am going to. Oh, fuck it, okay, how far in the air is he, sorry? 40 feet. Whole person.
Okay.
Wisdom save, DC 17.
16 on the dice.
I'm assuming that's a pass. Silver buff!
17 on the dice.
Son of a bitch! Son of a monkey fucker. Oh, crap, those 4 stars now. And that would have been so good!
Any bonus actions?
I have none. Yeah, I've got no bonus actions. Oh fuck, that would have been so good. He would have fallen and hurt himself. Nope, no bonus actions. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, and just pull myself back here.
At the end of your turn, you can use his third level of action this round to fly at 5.
Oh no, he's going to.
Feet. Uses legendary action to move with speed 40 feet towards the door. It is his turn. He swoops down and flies out the door.
I should have polymorphed and killed him.
Kill him?
I could polymorph and hurt him, but probably not kill him. But I could try. I could have tried polymorphing and hurt him. Maybe like grappled him or something. I don't know. I didn't know he was going to run. But
Yeah, I mean, between Klari and Neo, he took 100 hit points in damage in one round.
yeah. I've had this character for 1 session, and I've already pissed everyone off and released the vampire.
And use most of your spell slots.
Yes, and used a lot of my spell slots. I'm loving it.
I've used half my spell
It's
slots.
also true, you've used half your spell slots.
Yes, warlocks are rough.
But yeah, that will end the combat and the session. So, you guys have a week to consider your position.
Yay.
We're all going to agree that that wasn't us. What is it with us and releasing vampires? My fucking god.
It's almost like I put a load of them in your path to deliberately be released.
I mean,
I was just sitting there grinning internally like a Cheshire cat when Piper was like, "No checks, I'm just going to open this thing," and I'm like, "Thank fucking you, Ben."
you are.
Exactly the exciting thing I wanted to happen.
I was.
Well,
The problem is because I couldn't say anything, but Arwen would have been like, last time we opened something bad came out. But because I'm not Arwen, I didn't know that. So I was like, I can't say anything.
I was just really hoping like we'd open
Thank you.
the sarcophagus and there'd be this big fat like diamond ring on its finger, and we get that and they'd be like, great, this is like part of the way to us reviving them. I thought that's where you were going with this, like a hidden fucking diamond. But no, you hit a vampire instead. Because you're a really, really just nice guy.
Hey, you also found the picture of the bunny knight riding a giant hedgehog.
Okay, that was all sorts of useless.
Also,
Okay, I'm gonna.
To The Witcher, Lord of the Rings, and
Yeah.
Harry Potter in there?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna tell you what they were, and you were gonna be impressed.
I didn't get the Lord of the Rings. I got the other two. And seriously, so when Stix asked for like bunnies and a giant hedgehog, that was gonna be it.
No, I wasn't going to do anything with that. Okay, going back to that, that was a well designed to just fuck with you, because I thought that would kill 20 minutes in a session of them investigating shit. But instead, it just killed 20 minutes in a session of you guys wishing for random stuff.
Fuck! So Stix is never gonna get a giant hedgehog mount. Is this what you're telling me? Oh yeah, Klari wanted a giant hedgehog mount.
Still my non-existent giant hedgehog.
Klari wished for giant hedgehogs, Stix wished for bunnies.
Oh yeah.
And then unwished for bunnies.
And unwished for bunnies.
So we're never getting bunnies.
No, because you unwished for them.
They're mundane animals, you could probably find some if you want to.
Yeah, but that's not how a wish works. If I just like wished for a Coca-Cola and went downstairs and bought a Coca-Cola, that's not like that defeats the point of wishing for it.
Has the wish been fulfilled? Maybe the Wishmaster works in mysterious ways.
The Wishmaster just made me fed up of waiting on the wish. So I got up and did it myself. Oh, I realized.
Well,
I've
I can't wait
I've
to
never.
see what you guys do
Period.
with half your spell slots for a dragon next week.
Okay, I still have like most of my spell slots. I have 2 level 4s, 2 level 3s. I have 2 of everything, basically.
You have a lot more spell slots as a bard.
I know, and I'm fucking loving it. Can't get any back though.
There's a lot more of this stuff left that I'm. This is, it's been a thing, and I've just every time I plan, I just keep planning more of this.
Oh man. Anyway, it is